Here, welcome back to another episode of Kicking It with the Brothers. It's your host ML and our co-host, my boy in California. What's good, Deion? How you doing, bro?
Chilling, bro. How about you?
Man, alive, better 10 toes. We 10 toes down. I know you. It sounds like you get back in the. I know you've been in the gym all winter, but now you got a trainer.
Saying,
Big body.
ex-trainer hit me. He said, "Yo, fam, I need someone that's gonna have some results." I said, I'm a lower weight class. I know he's super heavyweight, but in your lightweight weight class, I can handle that.
He sent you to Target to get some 10-pound dumbbells and shit. Fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. Deion Tank Hill forward. Getting that.
I'm probably 2 months away from telling Devin Haney I'm ready for anything.
That was ridiculous. You should have heard this boy's energy last night. Man.
Ready for all of it.
And shout out to my man X. You were back from across the pond. You got a chance to. I'm kind of tight on it that you got to see the Etihad before you got to see the Emirates. But at the same time, yeah.
Why? It's not like he would have stayed.
Listen.
We gonna get into it. Welcome back, my brother. It's good to see you, man.
I'm back. The Vietnamese noodles that last night tried to take me out, but I'm a survivor if nothing else. So I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Saw it on the gram. Your triumphant return to the gym. It's good to just get you back, bro. Yeah. Hey, shout out to my big little bro, Mr. Espana himself, Senor Espana, grinding, working all day. Had a 2:30 meeting on the Eastern time. It's not, what is it, at 9 o'clock there, Charles?
About to be 10.
Say less, 7 hours ahead. For you to make time to be on the pod, it's great to see you, brother. We are starting it with you because we need the uninterrupted version of what it was like being with, you know what we are. We are bottlers. My fellow bottler, you were in the building with him. City 4. Arsenal 1, and they took over with 2 games in hand. Right now, the current standings are that they have a game in hand, but they are up. They are up with a game in hand and back in first place. Arsenal had it for a day. Charles, but you saw it live in living color, our boy.
I mean, it was a vibe first and foremost.
Energy different.
Great energy. I know. I mean, at some point, I really want to get into like the shit town that Manchester is, but we'll leave that for another time. It's a horrible city, but in the midst of that, the Etihad, beautiful stadium. It's a little run in comparison to Tottenham Stadium. It's a little run down, but not a bad place. I had some good tickets. I knew it was going to be in trouble when they brought out the tifo. Like they don't bring that out for every game, and they had. Did you hold the tifo? Because I sure did.
No,
and it was.
I refuse to like touch it. Like I sat in my seat.
It was rocking.
Bro, it was rocking.
I've never heard I've never heard that many white people cursing that much without any racial slurs. So I mean, that was in itself was just something to take in.
And we were waiting. Every time Soccer Party passed in front of me, I was like, they're gonna say it. They're gonna fucking say it. Shout out to them. They didn't say it. They wanted to though. They tiptoed right up to the line, but they didn't cross over. Shout out to them.
So give them props for that. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was like City scored so quick.
Yeah,
it kind of ruined it for me a little bit, just because it was like it was kind of over before it started, kind of thing. Like I wish they would have gone back and forth a little bit more. But I mean, I was right there, like in the fourth row when De Bruyne scored that in the corner. So, I mean, I saw it firsthand. So, it was a fire goal. Like I said, it was a great environment. Food was a little trash, but we had a good time. X was draped in blue, so, I mean, he was ready, good to go. Cleaning in the Board of Health. But, I mean, he was holding it down, man. It was a good time. Definitely was good to go with a group of people.
It was the thing about the Etihad is that I think it's only like 54,000, so it was real compact. So, like, you really feel the difference in the energy, right? Because, like, when we went to Tottenham, I think it was, 80, 90,000? You know what I'm saying? And it was more people. They were just as rambunctious, but just because of the way that the stadium was laid out, it didn't feel as intense. But the Etihad is like 54,000 sitting right on top of each other. So you felt the energy. It was buzzing. And, yeah, man, like, that's what I went for. I hopped on the plane to feel what one of those games, especially with those stakes, felt like. And you feel the difference. I've been to NBA, NFL. I've been to every type of game.
Would you say you felt the difference more so in like the first 20 minutes or like the last 5 to 10?
I mean, even for you're fucking dickhead, you know what I'm saying? I know what you're getting at. Look, yes, I left at the 80th minute. Bro,
Hey,
look,
he won. Hey, in his defense, he wanted to leave in the 60th.
I did. I did.
We were at halftime. He was like, "Yo, if this shit, if Trossard don't come on, we out."
That's literally what I said. I said, if we don't start the second half with Trossard, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because we throwing in the white, we waving the white flag, and I was just tired of fucking seeing Jesus and fucking Odegaard get run down, man. I was tired of it. But tactically, look, bro, the biggest difference is that in person, the speed, the size, the strength, the level of skill, we are not close to City. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the midfield. You know what I'm saying? They were kind of betting that our midfield wouldn't be able to carry the ball, and they just run us down and take the ball away from us, and that's exactly what they did. Fucking Odegaard didn't stand a chance. Fucking Partey didn't stand a chance. Nobody in the midfield stood a chance. You know what I'm saying? And them boys are just different, man. And I saw that live, and now, hands up. Fucking City's incredible. And we look like boys. Like even somebody like Saka, right? When you watch him against a regular Premier team, he's usually like bumping dudes off him. He's a more physical player. Anytime we try to kick long, we would just pause, getting swallowed up by fucking Stone and Akanji and fucking, you know what I'm saying? And even Walker, like, bro, we look like fucking high schoolers playing against fucking NBA players. Like the difference in size and strength is just, it was crazy to witness in person. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, City's a fucking machine. And they did exactly what they were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say we bottled it or we fucked it up because we're just not at that level. You know what I'm saying? We don't have, and especially somebody like City that likes to attack up the middle, that's where we're the weakest, right? Because we have Partey, who's clearly injured. He couldn't move. Then we got Holding up the middle. And it's like where they're the strongest, we're the weakest. And physically, we just couldn't stack up.
Best y'all seen Halan play. Me and Deion was texting like during the match because we ain't there. Best match I ever seen him play.
Bro, he's incredible. And even, you know who's fat? It's not Mahrez. Gundogan. This motherfucker is fast, bro.
Barcelona.
Like, he's lightning fucking fast.
Barcelona.
Bro, he had our back line on their fucking heels and we didn't stand a chance. And that's fucking Gundogan. He's not De Bruyne. He's not Haaland. That motherfucker took off. And it's like you see the difference in pace just with Gundogan. And I'm like, bro, if he's blown by us, we don't stand a fucking chance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, yeah, man. It was impressive, man. Honestly, like Stones, he's a fucking bro. He's like fucking Ed Reed out there. Akanji, like, pause. He got like Saquon Barkley size styles. Like, it's like, bro, the fuck is fucking little ass Fasada Jesus gonna do against him? Like, come on, bro. It was crazy. In City, man. You know what I'm saying?
Charles, did you quick question, like, you've seen like how goals go in and like whatnot. The KDB's first goal should have been saved.
I mean, I couldn't really see it from that angle. Like I was on the side of the goal, not behind it. But I mean, he put a good bend on it. From after I saw the replay, like he put a good bend on it too. So
yeah.
I didn't think he was going to get it off. When he first got the ball, I mean, there were people around him. I was just like, it was more like he took off. And so the fact that he got that space, like I said, it happened quick. It was like Halan got in position to get that ball, and it was boop, 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 goal. Like it happened real quick.
They don't usually play long balls. That's pause. But that's what kind of threw me off of like, I saw Stones and I was like, yo, what? And then like Haaland just kind of body, I forget who was on him. May have been Holding, but then he kind of, when he chested and he passed it into space, I didn't think KDB would be able to go. I mean, he obviously had, you know, he had the speed or whatnot. I just was surprised about his momentum to carry him all the way through to put that kind of shot going. Like maybe the last time I saw him kick something like that, the World Cup, but I feel like he had a lot more space to do that. 2018 against when they beat Brazil, when Belgium beat Brazil.
And it was subtle. He shifted the ball just a half a step to his right just to be able to get it off, and then he put enough pace and curl on it that it shouldn't have been saved. But honestly, and look, before the game, what I said, that holding was really the reason why we can't play Arsenal football. Bro, he led the game in touches. He had 91 touches. That's by design. That's by design, right? They let him hold the ball and said, beat us. And we couldn't. And that's by design, right? So everything that I feared came into fruition. And, you know, yeah, Saliba would have made a difference, you know what I'm saying? But I think just them playing the long ball, we didn't have, our midfield isn't good enough for us to be able to play through them. And with them, when you, like, I watched the replay of the game, if your passing has to be exquisite because they're fucking fast and they're physical, you know what I'm saying? And they'll let you get the ball and then they'll just depossess you and then they're all running the other way. And we don't have the pace and the skill level in the midfield to be able to beat them consistently. And they knew that. So they didn't have any fear, and that's why they were comfortable playing long balls. They didn't fear our midfield. But yeah.
Jack Grealish, I was unfamiliar with your game.
Oh, you've come around. Pause.
I'm trying to tell you.
I was because he was on right on the touchline the entire game. So like I was.
You know who still stinks though? Foden.
Facts.
Foden.
I still don't think Jack Grealish is worth $100 million. But he's not. But Deion want me to stop counting people's pockets, so he's a good player.
Now his change of direction was
when you're not pocket watching, he can play.
Facts.
I got a quote for y'all, just because I sent it to our boy Carter, just because I said, hey, I'm holding this for the pod. I don't want to say nothing on the chat, but I want to remind. So I see a quote. KDB says, I think pass completion is one of the most wasteful stats for players like me. Maybe for defensive midfielders, it's important, but not for me. I could have 96% pass completion, and I can play sideways and backwards, but I wasn't dangerous the whole game.
And who said that?
KDB.
Why do we care?
Yeah, I think it's time. I think after you, I want to go to you first, and then Deion, because we're gonna find out a lot more about City without KDB maybe this next week.
Are we saying that the reason he feels that way is because he just passes the grass and prays?
I'm saying I don't think he prays though.
No, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boy, see open grass, that ball don't go there. It doesn't matter where.
I don't know if he prays, but Charles, just seeing like you have a better appreciation for him now in person. But I get it. Y'all got the young boy. So I mean,
no. He wasn't like he scored 2 goals, but he wasn't the person that stood out to me. Like it's crazy as that sounds. Like Haaland, Grealish, Akanji played really well. Those are the people that really like.
Stones had a good game. Anytime he scored a set piece, which was great.
Like X was saying though, just like the size difference in Akanji and Saka, like he's just a little boy in him. Like every time there were a couple times he just put his hand on him. Like he didn't have to bump him, just put his hands on him.
But going back to that set piece, like Stones, like yeah, he scored, but like this is where like I hate to call you American again, but this is where I hate the like American note. Like first off, it was an amazing play by Haaland to even get them that set piece. Like Haaland deserves all the credit in the world. And then that was KDB's best play of the game. All Stones did, his head just happened to be there.
But
that's all it was. Like I could have scored.
Time the run though, Deion. He did time it. You know what I'm saying? He
did not time the run. Who was the dickhead on the far side for Arsenal?
But he still had to get to the.
No. Who was the dickhead on the far side?
Actually, I do want to go back to play. Let me bring it up. I'll bring it up.
Whoever was on the far side.
I sent you guys the goal. I have that goal on video. I sent you guys that one.
Whoever was on the far side, like if he just plays the way the rest of Arsenal plays, that's a fucking offside. Like Arsenal did exactly what they wanted to do. Stones bit. It was a dog shit run, and then the moron just kept him on. That's all it was. One guy kept him on, and it was like the guy's toe.
That would have been like Ben White, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Ben White.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good run. It wasn't a good goal. His head just happened to be there, and he got lucky that Ben White.
It was literally a foot. It was literally
a foot. Like literally a foot kept him on. But like that's where like in America it's like, oh, you scored a goal, so like you had to have had a good game.
No, but he did have a good game, Deion. He got an hockey assist, bro, for a long ball to get there. Like that's what was it, 50, 60 yards in the air to give the ball to Haaland on the first goal. He started the break. They play from the back on the ground usually. They do not usually long ball. And and Stones executed. Why do you think he was the happiest after the goals? Look at the celebrations. Stones had a great game.
No, he was happiest after the goals because like he was hoping Ake was still gonna be hurt.
And to ML's point, we tried to press him, and Stones made the perfect pass every time. It was a simple pass right up the middle, then they swing it out immediately to the side, and we didn't have enough men committed to be able to successfully press them. And they just one touch pass right through us. And Stones is usually the catalyst for that.
I completely agree with that. You guys tried to press and like their back line like destroyed it.
They laughed at us.
They laughed at it. But the reason they laughed at it was not them. Bro, the way Halan played was so insane. Like how good he was, the way he linked the midfield with the attack, the way he even dropped back on defense. That's why they laughed at your press, because they're like, in a worst case scenario, this big ass Norwegian's right next to us. You know what I mean? Even if you, and I'm not saying they didn't make the right plays, but like the guys that deserve all the credit to me. I mean, Akanji had a great game, I thought. Grealish was very active. I mean, he didn't really, it's not like, I'm not gonna say he impacted the game, but like you knew Grealish was on the pitch. Like you knew he was out there. And then KDB I thought was really good, and Halan was phenomenal. Like
you know what they did,
was, bro. Like he was far and away the best player on the pitch.
What I noticed from my angle, I was like in the corner, like 3 rows up. They don't just make vertical runs; they were making horizontal runs. But what that does is when they make the horizontal runs, they put your backline defenders in crisis because now they have to choose: do I stay with the person making a run across my face, or do I play true to my zone? And either way, you're fucked. Because if you overcommit to the person crossing your face, now you create space for KDB to run to. If you stay home, then whoever's crossing across your face, now they're dribbling into space. And I'm just watching these fucking horizontal runs, and I'm like, what the fuck are we supposed to do on that back end? You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm sad that like as soon as they changed the fixture up, because you was gonna catch Chelsea, and I wanted you to like honestly like Pep does it the best out of anybody, but that's how Arteta is trying to coach the team too, in terms of the horizontal runs or by how they catch the ball with their back or, you know, in terms of the sideline. But I mean, clearly you can't do that shit if you can't have the ball. And our midfielders are terrible.
That's what they do with Jesus and Saka. They trust that they'll be able to block out the defender. They'll carry the ball in tight spaces, and then they'll be able to turn the defender. And you cannot do that against fucking City. They literally paused. They got swallowed up. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we didn't have a plan B because we don't have the type of team that can execute a plan B. We just don't stack up physically. So, that game was never going to end any other way, honestly.
Bro, if Halan's going to play the way he did against y'all, there's not a team in the world. Like, you would have to create, like, a super team. Like, legitimately. It would be, like, Mbappe goes to Barcelona. Or, you know what I mean? Stuff that just isn't realistic to happen is what it's going to take to beat City. Now, is he going to play that way forever? I really, really doubt it. Like, I really, really doubt it. Because even, like, within the game, like, you could tell in moments he was uncomfortable. And if they didn't score too quickly, I think he would have reverted back to, like, his old ways where he kind of just runs to the back post. But, like, I mean, his runs opened up everything for them. And, I mean, his ability to link KDB with the front, like.
And that's because we still thought that we could really attack against them consistently. The only thing I can envision, you got to sit in a low block. And then you got to have midfielders that can pick up the ball and then make, and carry the ball for fucking 40, 50 yards. And we don't have those type of guys, right? And so even trying to counter them, it's like, okay, Xhaka is going to outrun them. No. Partey is going to outrun them on a counterattack. Absolutely not. They're going to get run down, and then they're going to depossess you, and then they're right back the other way. So that's why I think we're looking at Declan. That's why we're looking at the Caicedos of the world, which even them, they're not the most, I don't even think they're really suited for that. But
Caicedo has a lot of, he has good burst though, pause.
He does, but like Declan, he's more of a CDM. He's not, I don't think he has the pace to really carry the ball like that on counterattacks against City. And that's another thing too, is like they may be good enough to execute that type of game plan against fucking 18 other teams, but they're not good enough to execute that game plan against City. And ultimately, that's who we're competing with if we want to win the Prem. So it's like,
that's why I was saying I wasn't ready to admit it. And now that you obviously, anytime you lose, you have a little bit of time, like to take your 24 hours and evaluate it. Why I actually have to tell Deion and Charles that they're right about the bottling. It's not that we lost to City. because the city we were in position to where the city matches almost didn't matter until Championship Sunday if we kept handling our business. We screwed up against Liverpool, we screwed up against West Ham, and we screwed up against Southampton. Unfortunately, draws when you're in a run-in are like losses now. And the only way we could possibly win was if we went to the Etihad and won, which there's like, if I'm not mistaken, Brentford is the only team that has done it in the Prem this year. And United beat City at Old Trafford. We're not. It's not about competing, not about beating City unless we're in the Champions League. Tottenham's done that. I will say that. It's another thing I give Poch a lot of credit for. They've actually gone into it.
You didn't have to beat City though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, y'all beat City. Y'all beat City. That's another thing. Tottenham beat City on the reg too.
But that's because of Harry Kane. Like what you guys are missing. I was going to say this real quick.
Yeah, please.
Before we jump away, like it's like the midfield does help, but like you need a real striker. Like Gavi's not a real striker. Gavi's not a real striker. And like Saka and Martinelli are like so. Like their one dimension is really good, but boy are they one dimensional. Like if you take away the one thing they like to do, they're kind of just out there. And like Harry Kane, like he can do whatever. So it's like the reason we can beat City is he drops all the way fucking back to their box and then brings all the ball all the way to ours. If he just scores once, no one else has to do anything besides sit in the box. Then we just pack it in. It's not like a good game plan. I'm not saying like it's something I enjoy watching, but like that is the only way to beat City, basically, unfortunately. But like, I mean, what I was gonna say is like you guys didn't have to beat City. Like you guys are bottlers, not because of the City game. I thought y'all would get smoked in that game. It's because you allowed it to get to the City game where it's like, shit, now they're gonna run away with the league at this point.
Yeah, that's the issue.
We should have beat Southampton.
Have to win. Like a month ago, you guys could have lost that game and still been in first place.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We couldn't put two halves together. All three of those games that we just mentioned, we had one really good half and one fucking dog shit half. And it's like if you want to win the Prem, but that's the margin of error or lack of margin of error that you have when you're competing against City. Is like, no, if you don't string two halves together, that's going to cost you the title because City's going to keep winning and you're not going to beat them head to head. So
what
I will say though,
87 points though, and that's crazy, and we still won't win the league. That's how good.
What I will say, you're on track for what, 87?
No, we're on track for 9. We can win 8. We can get a max 90. My guess is we'll end up about 86, 87.
God, what are they going to end up at?
They can get to 90. Is it 96? Which is crazy because their situation, they've won. The max. I mean, the record is 100, which they got. Was it 4 years ago? The Jesus De Bruyne goal at the end. They got to 100 points on Mother's Day. It was crazy.
I guess what I was gonna say is Liverpool would have won this year with the amount of points that they had, basically.
Last year, right?
Okay, that's crazy.
Well,
anyway,
90. No. But that's not average for Liverpool. Like that took a crazy run in. Both.
I know, but what I'm saying is, the point I was I guess gonna make is like what City's doing now. Like Charles and I have been saying, like, when are they going to do this since October? And this is not the first time you guys have given them every opportunity to take control of the league, and like they just didn't do it. I guess they didn't need to. Like, listen, Pep gonna go out there and he might get damn trouble. Like they have to be the favorites for all three of those trophies at this point, right? Like
they are.
So I mean,
by Vegas,
hands up. Like I was wrong. Like I thought the only title they would win would be the Prem, to be honest. And maybe the FA. Like I don't really care about that one a ton, but like I didn't think they'd win Champions League, and it sure looks like they will. But like I still don't find this team nearly that impressive. And what concerns me, if I was a fan of any like Big Six team, is if they won the league when they were at their most vulnerable, their most beatable. They went out there and got a treble when, like, you know, in my opinion, like this probably like the worst team they've had across this Pep run. Maybe not the worst, but like one of the worst. And it's tough to say that with how many trophies they're gonna win. It's like, fuck, are we gonna do next year, man? Like, what the fuck is the
here's
plan?
a question. Well, here's a question for you guys. Do you guys think that if he wins the treble, that Pep bounces?
Oh, maybe. I mean, that would be the hope and the prayer.
So that's what I'm rooting for.
And that's what
I'm
Charles
hoping that
said,
they win
right?
the
And
trophy.
then Spain's manager fires himself. And then
They'll win the
Pep
trouble
said
with
Ibiza.
Lucho too. You got like Lucho
Yeah,
get
yeah.
him even
So
higher.
Lucho's
Like,
the backup plan, right?
I think
I
so.
think that's why he ain't made a decision. And
I
I think
damn near think he's better than Pep.
I think Lucho had them boys in a different headspace. Like
Yeah.
Lucho had them right.
Pep be on bullshit sometimes.
Pep's tactical. Lucho make you feel like you can conquer the world.
yeah, the six.
Lucho also not gonna win a fucking FA Cup game and be like, yo, y'all get on the plane to Manchester. I'm gonna go watch fucking Real Madrid Barcelona. Like he
That's
probably
true.
won't do that. And I think stuff like that, you know, I did enjoy seeing Pep there and like hearing the crowd chant his name and shit. Like that's fucking cool during the game. But it's like if I was a City player, it's like, yo, fan, like,
Bro, Manchester. Hey, yo, being in Manchester explained everything that I ever thought about Paul Pogba and his time in United. It explained everything. I'm like, no wonder that man was wilding. He ain't had shit to do but be crazy and get haircuts.
Bro, on the whole train ride up there, all you see is just abandoned train yards and just poverty, bro. Like it's Manchester surrounded, it's a dog shit town surrounded by miles and miles of just nothingness. And that's where hope goes to die, bro. Manchester is shit, bro.
So can I defend Pep on one thing about him going to see Madrid is like this does happen a lot for managers to go see who they're going to play though. Like
please. That is not why why he was at that fucking game.
I'm just saying this is what happens that they was going to play Madrid.
That
plus,
is not why
back
he
to the crib.
I think it was in the president's box, bro.
Yeah, that's not why.
That's where
like
he
you'll be like
watches.
Chouameni was scouting when he went to the fucking watch the France basketball team. That is not why Pep was at that.
He could have been visiting Gerard's young PK's girl too. There's a lot of reasons. No,
he was there to twerk for Barcelona. That's all it was. He cares more about Barca than he does City, and that's fine. Like he's a hell of a manager. Like I would love for him to manage Tottenham and go to all the Barcelona games after our games. Like I'd be fine with that. I'm just saying, like, if I'm a player on the team, like, I'm not gonna run through a brick wall for him when he's fucking leaving out every chance he gets.
Let's talk about going 2 hours south to London. Charles, we see not Tottenham's like in the running, which is crazy. Like I've heard talks about the Super Bowl at White Hart Lane, which kills me. Beyonce concerts, they say like is like if she comes to England, she's only going there. Talk to us about this spectacle, Charles. Was it everything?
That's a beautiful fucking stadium, dude.
It is.
It's
it is.
Night match too. Did the night match set it off?
It is the bee's knees, man. Like it's like if you're not paying attention, you won't notice they suck. It's like kind of like it's like the stadium. Like I was like literally looked at X and just go, the stadium deserves a better team.
No, bro, you get off the train, it's a like 35, maybe 40-yard walk to the stadium.
Yeah.
10 seconds, you're in, you walk in, then they split it. They have the bathrooms on a different level than the food concourse. And even once you grab your food, they have like stadium-style seating and everybody just sits down and eats. The food is cheap. The fucking beer is flowing. They got coffee, they got tea. Like, it's clean as fuck. Like, it's a fucking amazing stadium, honestly. Like, and I hate Spurs. I was thoroughly impressed by that stadium. Yeah, man.
That stadium is like one day going to be the reason why. Like, I firmly believe like Tottenham's going to be the class of the Prem like one day. It's going to take a while. Don't get me wrong, but like
that's beautiful, dude.
That stadium,
I can't hate on it. I can't hate like that's. So
it's
nice.
in the middle of the projects too. Like imagine if they put Yankee Stadium in the middle of the fucking projects, literally, like across the street from the stadium are the projects, and it's
where the best stadiums are.
Bro, it's gorgeous.
The best stadiums are.
I wanted to hate on it so fucking bad, and I'm like, yo, I couldn't. And it even got covered for the rain, so it was raining, but we were good. Like, no complaints. 10 out of 10.
The brisket was popping. The meat pies in Manchester were awful. The brisket was popping.
Meat pies in Manchester.
Bro, the bars in Manchester, they stopped serving food after like 11:30 in Manchester, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
After that, the most you can get is a fucking beer till 1 a.m. Like we walked for 90 minutes just trying to find a place that had food. And then we ended up paying for some fucking pizza. You know, bullshit ass pizza. You know what I'm saying? Bro, my pizza had hot dogs on it. And that was like the local special. And it was just pizza.
X was out there free basing vape juice after that game.
Well, But it was bad. I can't wait to get the fuck out of Manchester, bro.
They make too much money off that stadium not to catch the rest. Like if the Saudis buy Man U, I take it back because they're gonna remodel the stadium. Too much money. Like they'll be the class of the Prem, but like if they don't, I don't see how. Like once that stadium's paid off, and I don't know how long it's gonna take, but like once that stadium's paid off, like even if it's just levying them, they make far too much money not to invest enough back for that team to be really good. Like right now, I get it. Like you're paying off that stadium, you're being cheap. Like it is what it is. Like that goes with that just goes with the times of a new stadium for any like franchise. But one day though, like it's gonna get
low key, and this is gonna be egregious. Low key, it makes me kind of agree with all the shit Conte was saying a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's looking around him like, yo, fam, you're crying poor here?
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, they got
crazy.
so much bread. Mourinho still has his office. They just gave Conte a new one. That's how much bread they got in that shit. Like Conte probably still got his office. Like the new manager just gonna get his own. Like they got too much money, but when you have to pay so much money in loans, like the thing I always say, it don't matter American, European, whatever. We just got to remember this shit's a business at the end of the day. And until them boys are making enough money to where they can make profit on a yearly basis, they're not going to spend money on this team. They just aren't. And they still, they still spend more than half the big six too. That's what's crazy. They broke as fuck, and they still spending more than Arsenal, Liverpool, and this other fucking dumbass team. United? One of them teams. I don't remember. But we'll see what happens. I think they're going to spend a shitload of money here in like 5 years. I kind of hope the Saudis don't buy United and just buy Tottenham. It could get nasty.
Charles, anything that you say during the game, body language, Harry, Sonny, but were you impressed with him? Like even more so person,
Sonny scored. I was over the moon when I saw my boy score. Observations. I found the Harry Kane will see you in June chant to be like quite fucking offensive. Jesus Christ. Dude, that shit was I was triggered. And X can attest to this. The fastest person I've seen since I've been here, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw ran somebody. Luke Shaw ran somebody.
He's improved a bunch.
Who did he run down?
That pace.
Might have been Richie.
Ooh.
And me and X.
Richarlison is dog shit in person. Every time he got the ball, I just looked at Chop and said, he's going to fuck this up. And every time, without fail, he fucked it up.
Luke Shaw ran him down from 30 yards.
I hate Richarlison, bro. He's dog shit.
Neymar deserves reparation.
I must say, I owe Deion an apology. He slandered the Brazilians months ago. And the other note, Anthony, hot
dog
garbage.
Shit.
The hottest of garbage.
Bro, they got subbed out at the same time. It was like, yo, Brazil is down bad right now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm telling you, like post World Cup, I've been waiting for any Brazilian to have a good game, bro. I'm still.
Oh no. But on the other end, Cass is fire. Cass is kind of fire too, though. Cass had a couple of touches out there that were like, oh shit, okay, he's better than everybody else out here.
But if he's your second best player,
yeah, Bruno out there doing that and getting cardio. It was good. Like I said, it was a far more enjoyable game. It was more competitive, obviously, than the City game, but
Rashford,
happy to get out of there with the point.
Rashford moved different. Those strides, he's not like the fastest, but he gets from point A to point B really fucking fast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
was Greenwood there?
Here you go. He needs to be. He's getting.
I was just saying because Partey played for Arsenal, so I was just seeing like if Man U is like a higher.
Partey was out there. I didn't think he played.
Uncle Ivan had a.
Listen, I was just curious if if Man U has a higher standard for character, you know what I mean, than Arsenal. I was just curious.
My boy Uncle Ivan had a goal line clearance. It was good shit. Good time.
Yeah, he stinks.
Austin Dyer in person. Is he slow?
Tottenham went out there talking about we go sign 5 players, bro. Ivan Perisic in on a free as the first one. Tough look.
Eric Dyer, Charles, slow in person. Just What it looked
Him, Højbjerg, hey man,
Gotta
it's
just-
just
How was Cuddy?
default players.
How was Cuddy in person?
Oh, he's good.
Nice.
He's really good. Poro was a little up and down. But I mean, nah. Romero impressed me a little bit as well. He's definitely Longley was out there long laying.
I like
it
it.
was
Poro played
Poro
like a
was like
Brazilian,
fucking
huh?
Troy Polamalu. Like I didn't know what fucking position he was playing. He was
yeah. This motherfucker everywhere, bro. Yeah.
Dion be talking about this shit all
what's-
the time.
you know
What he
I'm saying?
say?
Like,
He want to be Brazilian, Dion? Poro,
Who, Poro?
Yeah, that's what you say.
No, he plays like he's Brazilian for real.
Yeah.
Like he just be all over the place. I'm like, bro, settle down. Like him and Emerson Royal, like he's more talented than Emerson Royal. So like I see like why Conte wanted him so bad. Cause like if you're gonna play wingbacks, like I guess you need something better than Emerson Royal, but it's like I'd rather just not have a wingback if that's how they have to play. I just want a formation without the wingbacks.
Well, he wants one too because he wasn't playing fullback. I mean, wingback. He was
definitely not.
That man was. Hey, I'm hooping, coach.
But on the other side of the field, all the way on the fucking by the line, I'm like, they're supposed to be playing a back four, and you would think he would run back. No, he's like, bro, I'm just doing my own thing.
I'm the 10. I'm the 10.
You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
it.
Just making runs and vibes. That's all I'm here to do.
Did Harry look as ready for that Manchester move in person as he did on TV?
Kane is good, man.
He's
Yeah,
really
Harry reminds me of like Braun like 2 years ago. Just kind of taking his time, conserving his energy, and then when he goes, he goes.
Like that.
He on TV, I was like, boy, you might as well just switch kids. Like it's good. Like we not making top four anyway, my boy. Like
Bro, he's out of there.
yeah,
He's
like I'm
outta
good
there.
with it too. Like he's done plenty for the club. Like
Sure.
let's just all wash our hands of this, my boy. Like enjoy
Really good
Manchester.
Yeah, he's been a good steward. And that sucks, man, because I honestly, he is exactly probably what Arsenal needs. He clearly just would never go to Arsenal again because of what the fuck they did to him when he was in the academy. And you can't play for Tottenham to go back.
I was looking up Harry Kane's career. You know, y'all call him trophy list. He got a couple of them Odegaards.
Is that what we're gonna call him from now on?
When you're not actually on the team. You got a couple
Wait.
of them Odegaards.
When you talking about the
Longley
academy days?
Longley about to get my Odegaard did.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. All right.
Got a couple of them Odegaards.
X, while we put up, because we ain't about to just end with just talking about Tottenham. I think we do have, I think a positive for us because I think there is positive things with Arsenal. We have 3 players for the first time in the Prem that have scored 10 goals on the team. And that was Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard. Pretty good start for all of them, 23 years old.
Deion, stop. No, let them do this shit so we can get this. I'm not.
I have no desire to do
move this shit along, man.
I have no desire.
Nobody care about second place, fam. Like we said,
Right.
no.
It's all
That's wild though, because we
Wait,
cool.
so
Because you
wait,
know
so-
what,
Hold up.
nigga,
I
I can't wait until we in the
No.
same group. I
We
can't wait
had-
until we in the same group next year.
We
Barcelona. We good.
sat here.
Let's move
we
on.
sat here.
I can't
No.
either.
We sat here for fucking months and let you motherfuckers bloviate. We let you get this shit off.
All right, dog.
It's over. I don't want to hear that shit no more.
All right, Charles. All right, first of all,
It ain't
first of
over
all,
yet,
let
but
the
it's
record
over.
state. Let the record state that you showed up to the Etihad with your little bullshit city scarf on.
I did.
Because they sent it to you in the mail, and all it took was one beef brisket sandwich and a fucking hot chocolate, and your fucking loyalty switched like that.
Hey,
You a
hey,
fucking
I don't like
soccer
this.
slut. You know what I'm
this
saying?
is the
Turn
only
it
loyalty
around.
I really have.
It's upside down.
The only loyalty I really have, baby. You see where I'm at right now.
Well, hey, where you at?
I
Let me
was,
chill.
I was on
Let's
the
move on.
I was on the first thing smoking out of England.
You're
I
only
just
loyal
wanna
to
say-
what?
I
Let's
just,
move on. Carry on.
I just want to say it's always great when someone can join the company of Phil Foden.
All right, bro.
Congrats to Martinelli, Saka, and Odegaard. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Same goals.
they was there before him, but we good. He joined their. He joined
Same
their,
company. It don't matter when you join the
All three
party,
of
he's
them
still
better
there.
than him. So we good.
What I'm saying, when we get Tony, when we get fucking Rice, when we get Caicedo, when we get a nice center back, you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you right now, if we come on here in July and I have to hear y'all spew bullshit transfer rumors, I will leave. No, I'm dead serious this time. I'm not doing it again like we did in January. Yo, he came out here. It wasn't a player in the world that wasn't going to Arsenal. I'm not doing that again in January.
Listen, that's because
I'm not doing that again.
X is
Look, a blessing in
X acting like
disguise
an
because
insider.
look at Jao Felix, look at Mudryk. Look, we're happy we didn't get them bums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
Now we're ready for they're not at the level. You know what I'm saying? They're not at the level.
Mudryk could have came in second.
Charles, let me ask you this question just because you see how he does and when it comes to getting survival. Big Sam is with Leeds. You know what that means? 11 in the box. It is the worst soccer to watch.
It is awful. It's about to be watching the paint dry. Hey man, but he knows as much as Pep, Klopp, Lucha.
That was wild. That was a wild quote. Did y'all see
No,
that?
what he said, it actually made sense. Like as far as like probably like knowledge, he probably does like know as much about
Where's he
soccer.
from?
Like, implementing that shit is completely different.
Where's he from?
Fat Sam?
I don't know his history.
Literally started from the bottom. That's all he like. That's his whole like role. He's if Frank Lampard was good.
He's from England. Big Sam. He's from England. He's born in Dudley, England. 6'3", maybe 330. Nah, he probably did.
We're gonna talk women's champion.
Are they Leeds about to get relegated, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk a little US men's national team?
No, I don't think they are, is what I'm saying. I think because Big Sam is there, they just need a couple points to stay. They still above.
Do they need a couple points? I feel like
It's wild. The bottom's bad. The bottom's really bad.
the Prem is bad. Just call a spade a spade. The Prem is bad.
0-0. Just quick questions for y'all. Just speed questions while we're still in the Prem before we move on. It's 0-0 with United and Brighton. Liverpool has 2 games or United has 2 games in.
Real quick, ML. That Sam guy's the manager, or is he a player?
Yeah, Allardyce is the manager. Yeah.
So he plays 11 in the box?
Yeah.
Is what you guys are saying?
Yeah.
My boy free my boy Weston, man. Hey, Weston deserves so much better than this.
It's bad. It's bad, but it's just because that's $175 million though, right? I'm just saying, like to make sure you survive and stuff, man. You get the little kickback, TV and stuff, the TV rights and everything. United 63 points, Liverpool 59. Liverpool's on crazy run right now. But United has two matches in hand, even though they're playing right now against Brighton at the Amex Stadium. Real quick, can Liverpool catch United? Let's go around the table. Charles, I know you've been saying you kind of want them to, though, right? I
thought I wanted them to, so I could talk shit, and Deion as well, so we could say and say you can sleepwalk to 4th place, but they're gonna sleepwalk to 5th. But they just 2 games in hand is too much to make up. So I thought I did the math the other day on a layover, and it's not possible.
So Deion, does Tottenham win the Europa Conference tournament next year? What are your thoughts on that?
Conference League?
Because you said they were going to sleepwalk to 4th, and maybe
are they going to be in Conference League, or are they just going to be in Europa?
Well, Conference League is worse than Europa.
I know. Which one are they going to be?
Conference League is like 7th and 8th.
Yes,
they're going to finish
top 7's Europa.
Yeah,
top
like
7.
No, 5th and 6th is Europa.
Right.
They're gonna make Europa.
This conference. So
they'll make Europa.
Stay in that conference. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I would prefer them to just not be in any of the shits, because it's like what Chelsea's going to do is play once a week, and they're going to smoke through everybody in the Prem, and then they're going to be right back in top 4, probably challenging for the title. And honestly, when you don't have that good of a team, that's more beneficial than fucking traveling to Bangladesh on a Wednesday to play in Conference League or Europa. So it's like, it is what it is.
Agreed with that. All right, so you don't think they're catching X? Liverpool not catching them?
No.
Yeah, United's in there. Newcastle, they're safe as well.
Honestly, I think Newcastle beats Arsenal, so because of that, I think they stay top 4.
There you go. They're in good. They're already. I mean, I got you. I'm glad we got the pot in this round, just because I think it's also what we have not done is bury Napoli. They just won the Serie A just a little bit ago.
I thought they won that shit in February.
Yeah.
I've already celebrated that.
Yeah.
Mass exodus probably coming in for the squad, but they're everybody's probably got to go.
How many of them dudes make more money than Jude next year?
But by transfer fee, or you think on
transfer fee? I don't really care what their salary is, to be honest.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe Vic.
I don't think
they're going to sell the the guy with
2K?
all the Ks.
2K.
Really?
I don't think they saw him.
I feel like he's like the one that would go for the most.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah,
I don't think
I
they're gonna
think
sell
they'll
him
keep
yet.
him for one more year. I think
Yeah.
he'll stay one more year.
You think they'll do to like what Dortmund did with Holland and Drew, keep them one more year?
How'd that go with Jude? Keeping him in extra year.
They got a chance.
Don't-
They got a chance to win the Bundesliga still. Which
Yeah. They might have lost some bread though.
and
We'll see what the numbers look like. But
I think Jude is better than he was. Than he was last year.
give me one reason why you think that, and I want a game reference.
I hear you. In my opinion,
No, I'm serious. Like a game, like show
Gotcha.
me a game date. You
Absolutely.
be showing these calendar days around. Give me one of those.
I'll throw it to you right now. I'm gonna give it to you twice. The way he handled himself against City the first leg, I was impressed with Jude. They were very good the first leg. Dortmund could be. Yes, indeed.
But he looked like he wanted to switch locker rooms.
Dortmund was very competitive the first match. He sucked in the second leg, but he was very good in the first leg. I'm giving you the top of the top.
He was not that good in that, but
yeah,
he was out there. But what did he do? Like I can't think of one play he made in that game.
Jude be having a lot of Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah,
Games, bro. He be out there. He out there. He
doesn't like soccer.
He coasts a lot. I'm just saying for the level of like that we put him at, he coasts a lot for that level. I'm sorry, dude. He's
still 19.
First off, I have 17-year-olds that play hard as shit every single game. That's what I'm comparing it to. The people with the golden trophies.
He's like a college junior that knows he's going pro the next year. And it's like, look, I'm just out here not to get it.
Like I said, I still think he's talented. I think he's the best out of those three midfielders are gonna have, but
when was that City Dortmund game? When was that?
Months ago. Gio played. It wasn't a real game.
Was it like February?
Yeah, it was the first leg of the
So it's May 4th, and the game you came to the table with was from February.
Yes, because that was against the best competition. I mean, here's my thing. I don't rate the Bundesliga though. But that's me. I don't rate the Bundesliga.
And this is my thing. If you don't watch the Bundesliga or care what goes on, how are we going to sit up here and say Jude's better? Because let's be honest.
I'm not saying Jude's better than KK. I'm not saying
No, you're saying Jude's better than he was a year ago. Like we don't. And what I'm saying is you don't know that.
I didn't miss one Dortmund Champions League match. Didn't miss one. I know.
I mean, World Cup.
He played 6 games.
The World Cup games.
I thought he stunk in the World Cup.
Really?
He was the first goal against France was his fault. He was lazy getting to that block. He was dog shit against the US. I thought he was slow against Wales. I'll be honest, listen. Against Iran, it's like
all right, bro. All right, bro. But you gotta shine out there. I get it. I also like it. That's good. Y'all are building a case against him now because
I'm not building a case against him. I'm building a case against people that think they know anything about Jude Bellingham. And you don't. I mean, the last time you watched him play was February, and the time before that was November. We're in May.
Okay. You're right on that front. You're right.
That's like me. That's like if
I actually didn't think he was good against. So I saw him in February. I saw him in the last leg against City, which I didn't think he was very good. And actually rewatched the what do they call it? The classic call with the K against. I did watch the or what's it called? The Classier, the match against Munich. I did watch that match.
Was that like the 5-minute report?
Okay.
What is that? Like, I don't even...
You can watch that one or watch
He coast, bro. I'm not about to say debate shit with y'all motherfuckers that don't watching the games.
I watched.
He coast, and just because he's going to your team now, don't tell me he don't fucking coast. Yeah. You've been telling me for 6 months. I said this shit before the World Cup. I said this shit during the World Cup. He coast. It's like my consistent in my point.
He does not care.
Talented as shit, but he be coasting.
He gets the English bump, which Charles put me onto the English bump, and I've been paying attention to that shit the last few months. That's nasty work, what they do over there. It's what they do over there is nasty work. That English national team might be worse than Brazil. I think I've seen Harry Kane's been good. Is Rashford English?
Yes.
Rashford's been good. I can't think of another English player that's been good since the World Cup.
Declan Rice.
I mean,
he's been
that's because he's about to go to Arsenal.
No, I've been watching to see if he is worth the hype. He's
so
good.
disrespectful to Bakayo's tired, but he had a great January.
Oh, I forgot. My bad. I forgot Saka was English. Listen, it's hard for me to remember that dude's English. Let's be honest.
Respect.
You tell me.
He was the best player on
I'm
the
supposed to
pitch
believe he's English
in the World Cup. Like, let's be
No,
respectful.
Saka's been good too. But so their front three's been good, and then everyone else has been debatable.
Yeah, we want that to be the front three. That's the problem with Southgate.
And like low key, you want to talk about Jude, you want to talk about Declan. We're gonna sit up here and pretend that we didn't watch Weston dance circles around them.
You know where I'm at with Weston. I haven't given up hope.
I'm not asking you to give up hope. We're talking about two dudes that are gonna go for record-breaking transfer fees versus a guy who like basically went on a free and he was dancing circles around them for 90 minutes.
Got you.
It looked like City versus Arsenal.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna turn that into a verb. We're not gonna.
I'm worried, Charles. Our boy Jose is taking a little dive in the Serie A. Juventus is back. They are third. They got the 15 points back, and it doesn't look like they're gonna have to give it back up. Italian courts are nasty, super nasty. This is what they find loopholes because they didn't report things 60 days. Mourinho, would you give him a call if Carlo's gone? Would Flo bring him back, you think? One of the two calls you think you'd make?
I don't care what y'all do. Sure. I don't care what y'all do.
I know what you focused
I
on.
don't care what y'all do, man.
Charles, you were there live.
You're in third. No, you're in third place. Like I don't want to talk. I don't give a fuck about what's happening with third place Spanish teams, man. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we can't talk about a team that's in the semifinals of the Champions League because now I'm about to put it.
Hey,
over.
man.
Here we go. Here we go.
You still staying with
Mel don't watch. Mel don't watch domestic games.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you.
The only games he watch, he got meetings on Tuesdays.
Charles, pause. Do I not tell you? Did I not text you when Benzema had to? Never really chill.
You did.
Wow.
You did.
You got the Gamecast stuff. You know that.
We don't even watch. Y'all get your jokes off. I fucking love it.
Listen, I'm telling you, he don't watch domestic games.
The Black Libertarians of Indiana.
Dog.
I came up with the.
You have no idea because I just literally sent the text because the governor just signed this LGBTQIA plus bill in. Another version, don't say gay. Anyways, pause.
I'm gonna save you. We're not gonna talk about that on here. I'm gonna save you. That could have went way too far.
Yeah, don't get
I was
fired.
watching Champions League whenever the last round was, and I realized like that shit's just for us, like in America. Like I texted y'all about that. I don't think anyone gives a fuck, which is why I now understand why ML thinks Jude's good. He an American soccer fan. He only watched Champions.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly on that, Deion, because I've seen Deion. I'm gonna send you like 5 YouTubes over the next 2 days, and like before, like your soccer fandom, bro. You need if you see what Barcelona did against PSG when they were in the second leg. If you see what Liverpool did to Barcelona in the second leg, it is just different. What Madrid did against City last year, crazy. What Tottenham did to City years ago. Deion, they super matter. The crowds are incredibly into it. Like, you can't tell me that, man.
The crowds are only into it because they're drunk because it's the only 9 games they ever get. Them niggas don't care.
Charles, I think you can clinch is it next week? I think it is.
Sunday. Next Sunday. We have this weekend off.
And then you have a weekday, then a Sunday match, right?
No, we don't play until next Sunday.
Espanol, right?
Yep.
Which is the derby.
They win that one, it's over.
Right? Espanol's a derby.
Yep.
At the crib?
Yep. No, it's at Espanol.
Are you going?
I'm going to be more sick of hearing about derbies.
Tottenham
done played 20 derbies this month.
That's why about Potch. Charles, you'll be in the building. You're going to go on the road.
I shall be there.
All right.
It's not terribly before I'll be there.
Who is the most impressive player that you've seen in person at Barcelona?
Who's the most exciting?
Most impressive.
Busquets. The things that he's doing, like I'm really paying attention. Who can do what with both feet, and who's really like, he's getting the most juice out of his squeeze. like out of everything he's doing, like everything he's doing is efficient. Like I said, the passes that he can make that like right, a normal soccer player can make, he can make them with his right and his left. He's pretty impressive. Big Ron, of course, and then I'm always impressed by Dembele's speed.
So you just not gonna bring up Petri?
He be chilling, it's like a different type of
19.
chill. He's at 65. No, he's just at the speed limit all day long, baby. My man is riding the speed limit. Like
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Never like press, never anything. He loses the ball, he just like jogs behind the guy and gets it back. And like it's so like
Gets it back though.
But he never speeds up though. That's the crazy thing. Never speeds up.
Wait, what was his first game? Were you there for his first game back, right? Like when he subbed on in the 60th?
No, he wasn't there.
No, I can't.
Were you at the following game?
Yeah.
His first game back, he came on and just immediately gave Lewandowski a chance, though. Just like immediate.
Yeah, he's a problem.
But
Is he coming back next year? Is it because they're just so pot committed?
Cool.
Lewandowski?
Yeah, he's trash, but yeah.
I don't think they have a choice. Like
He's under contract. I think with better players around him, he just needs better players around him. He needs better players in the attacking third, and he'll be fine. But
You mean at the wingers?
Yeah, he can't create for himself.
Talking about Lionel?
Thomas Mueller. I'm just saying Thomas Mueller made that man. I'm convinced of it.
Talking about Lionel's return? Gonna fix it.
I'm just saying a healthy Dembele, anybody.
I think Gundogan makes a difference for him too. Because like you said, like the two things that what you said about Pedri and what X said about Gundogan, it's like that's the difference for a guy like Lewandowski, right? The guy that goes over the speed limit basically at all times. For as good as Pedri is, like if that's the case where he's always at 65, like I think Gundogan makes a huge difference for Lewandowski.
Where's he gonna play though?
Who?
Gundogan.
He'll play in that fourth midfielder spot. Gavi's going to be the one fighting for his life. Gavi's going to be odd man out probably.
That's what I was trying to get at, because especially if y'all going to want to compete in Champions League, do your thing. Okay, interesting. I'm interested to see that formation, how y'all going to line up there. Okay, okay, cool. Is Antoine Griezmann the La Liga Player of the Year, Charles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big Ron didn't even make the ballot, so yes.
Did he really not?
No, he didn't. Balde
Is it just because would they just never give that to a defender basically?
Like, he didn't
No,
know
that's
he's
not
not
true.
like that. No, he just didn't even make the ballot.
Yeah, they would.
That's crazy. I don't see how you could watch. And I know he's not in Champions League anymore, but like I don't see how you could watch anyone since the World Cup and be like, "There's a better player in the world."
Okay.
But seriously though,
Because you told me the other day that you didn't care about Ben's getting a hat trick when they was playing Girona or Girona, exactly, or Hetafe.
It's Girona.
Same situation. Now you can't play both sides of the coin, bro. Come on,
no, I can't.
You love it though. I know it's
I'm
your
here,
favorite.
fam.
Absolutely.
It's Girona.
It's your favorite. It's pancake. You got
Absolutely.
Clarification of how it's pronounced, Charles?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But like, I'm Big Ron be
No,
doing
he's
it.
got it. Yeah, X is ridiculous. You should see. He's focused.
Big Ron be doing it against everybody.
I'm not. I don't disagree with that.
You know?
But
Isn't not a better player in the world.
But you can't. But this Charles, and I think you have to agree. This like Lautaro Martinez. Like you can't have. You got to get to the round of 16 next year. Like that is a minimum.
Yeah, but he didn't. You talking about Lautaro Martinez? Araujo didn't play.
Big Ron didn't play.
PK played in the Champions League.
But that's
PK and Eric Garcia. PK and Eric Garcia started 4 of the group stage games together.
Charles, did you see Koundé wants to play center back next year?
He's a center back.
Look, I mean, I understand, but like, what do you think they're gonna do? Because like now they need. I don't think.
I think they're just gonna tell him he's gonna play center back and then just keep putting him right back. I think they're gonna keep telling him. I think they're just gonna keep yeah, guys, like we hear you, bro. We hear you, bro. But they're not doing that shit.
You're gonna be an X receiver. Nah, get your ass back in the slot.
Nah.
Got you, Charles. You've seen Barcelona. Obviously, is it now 5 times live? 6, 5 times live.
4 so far.
My apologies on that front. How is the body language with Xavi and the group? Or are they chilling because they know the league's won? Like you could tell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's like yeah, you can definitely tell it's the end of like a championship campaign. Like they know they got it in the bag. Like they're playing 15-year-olds, shit like that. Like it's start prepping for next year. Keep everybody happy.
What's the deal with that kid? Like what's he supposed to be good at?
Everything. He's like the third
Well, I
best.
couldn't tell.
Oh no, he's fired. He's not even that wasn't even the right spot. He's a right winger. Motherfucker plays for 7 minutes. He's 15, and Deion be like, "Oh fuck him." He's garbage.
I'm just observant. I'm observant. That's all. I was looking for something like a spark. You know what I mean? Like I was just looking for something.
All right, we had lasting thoughts round the table. It doesn't matter about the Milan matchup. Charles, you got to see him more in person. You're still holding true. Even more so, is it going to be a wrap versus we're going City Madrid predictions? Last
ones.
Both legs because Ake's back.
City's the best team in the world. I don't know how they're going to get it done, but they're going to get it done. If Madrid keeps playing Camavinga at left back, they're going to get punished. That's that.
Like against in the Copa del Rey, fine.
No, they'll get through that. But I'm just saying against City, no, they're going to lose.
About like Camavinga didn't get blown up though in the Copa semifinal.
What cares about the Copa?
You do.
Signing off.
Yeah. Deion, give me a City Madrid prediction.
Was that the game? That was the game against Barcelona when we had like 2 starters out there.
Come on, dog. Anyways, we can't have Gabriel. We can't have Sleep out. Nothing. We good. Carry on. City Madrid prediction. Last one.
Ain't nobody tell y'all you can't have Sleep out. I'm saying you shouldn't have lost to West Ham in them or drew. Like I don't care about the City game. I told y'all were gonna lose that one.
City Madrid. You putting money on it? You got City advance.
I gotta see what happens with KDB. He's out. So
yeah,
I don't know the answer to that. If KDB plays, I think City mauls them. If KDB doesn't play, I think they're in trouble. I watched City versus
West Ham yesterday.
Mm-hmm. As good as Ake looked, you could tell he's like lingering a tad. So it's like, if the plan is a 70% Ake, no KDB, I think Madrid could get to him.
That's fair. X, you the same way, or you feel?
I'm not betting against City.
Yeah, I'm not.
You wouldn't put my money up.
After I just seen the Monstars in person, I don't give a fuck what Madrid do. Money's on City, bro. They can beat you too many different ways. They're too deep, too talented. Give me City.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the 97th minute. Man, you just committed a handball. Brian's got a penalty to win the game.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
We stayed on for this. Hold on, yo, because I couldn't bring it up. Let's stay on for it. While we doing the penalty, got to give major props. I did it the other day on another pod. It was regarding basketball. Not that I argue with Deion on basketball anymore, but with soccer, it was more for the vibes. You just got to stand by your squad the whole time. Deion predicted it. Deion 316. For the moment, Arsenal is down. They are second place. With it, City has a game in hand. By Sunday morning, there's a chance for City it'll be even, and they'll be 4 points up, while Arsenal has to go to St. James Park, which is a boogeyman place for them. Deion was right. He predicted it, showing him his flowers. What happened?
McAllister put it top left. So
good. There you go. Because Brighton, actually, that's good for them. Yo, man, God is interested in terms of sweet revenge because they lost to United in the FA Cup semis in Wembley on penalties, which was crazy. They went 7 for 7, and they missed the 8th. But shout out to my boy X. I am so proud of this man, his soccer journey. For you to get across the pond, you made it happen, bro. Unfortunately, you have to see our squad at its lowest point in terms of performance. But however, you was there, you was in the building. There's not a lot of people in the world.
Let the record state. So when I got over there, I talked to 3 local Arsenal fans at the train station. I was like, look, can I wear my kit? It was like, they're not going to let you in with the kit. And B, I wouldn't do it. Not for a game of this magnitude. So I'm like, all right.
Nice.
I'm not going to do it. But at the game, I was standing up and I was very visibly rooting for fucking Arsenal.
That's what's up.
And I said, for 80 minutes.
I said, for 80 minutes. Fuck my personal safety. And I was rooting for Arsenal visibly. And I was applauding for Arsenal. And I was saying, fuck you. So shit City did. And I'm sure the people around me didn't feel safe, but I didn't care. It I love my team. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get the fuck out of there because I wasn't gonna watch City fans fucking celebrate all around me and shit once the game would go.
Clearly,
You know what I'm saying?
the 80th minute. But I'm proud of you, bro. I'm glad you made the trip. Thanks for catching us up. We're kicking it with the brothers. We are out. We are going to get our boy Charles in Spain again, and we'll be recapping the championship.
We back.
He's back real quick. We try to close the pod.
And let the
That's
record
the lasting
stay.
message.
Let the lasting message should be when Charles saw me ordering my drinks, he clowned me, and now I haven't seen that motherfucker without a fruity sangria ever since. With an orange garnish.
X got me outside, my nose wide open.
I'm an influencer, you know what I'm saying? And I apologize to the people who I clown for wearing Chelsea boots. Bro, it was like my aura took, it was highly elevated with a pair of Chelsea boots on.
If I had my badge on, Arsenal right there.
I see the vision.
That's
I see the vision.